Dear colleagues, we are delighted to welcome you to Nizhny Novgorod, one of the oldest cities in Russia. It has a history of more than 800 years. Today's meeting will surely leave a special mark, not only in the chronicle of the city's major international events, but also in the chronicle of the BRICS countries themselves, as it is the first time that the meeting of the heads of foreign affairs of the association has been held in a new and expanded composition. The expansion of BRICS countries clearly confirms the formation process of a multipolar world order, and new centers for making important global political decisions are emerging among the countries of the global South and East. From most countries in the world, these countries advocate a more just order based on the sovereign equality of states and the diversity of civilizations. We have been convinced of this transition to a new world order. It will occupy a whole historical era and become a thorn in the side. The United States and its allies have not given up trying to maintain the elusive dominance and slow down the objective process, the formation of multipolarity. At the same time, they use economic tools as weapons through sanctions pressure and financial extortion, trying to influence the choice of sovereign countries, development models, and trading partners. The West is not shy about using force. Yugoslavia, Iraq, Libya, Afghanistan, Syria, Ukraine, etc. are all well known. Some other countries are just the tip of the iceberg. Recent international events have thrown away the masks of those who still verbally claim almost the exclusive right to define so-called universal values under the guise of a rules-based order. The proponents of this concept try to impose a mechanism of interaction that is only beneficial to them and replace equal and honest dialogue with a narrow alliance that operates in a closed manner and has the right to speak and act on behalf of the world. Russia is the majority country in the world. For a more just world order based on the sovereign equality of states and taking into account the balance of power and interests. In this regard, strengthening the role of interstate forums advocating a collective approach to international development is an important task in promoting a constructive and future-oriented international agenda. BRICS countries are one of these associations, which have practiced the principles of equal cooperation, that is, mutual respect and openness. Pragmatism, unity, continuity, and of course consensus. I believe that the BRICS countries are moving forward and the wind of change is blowing because their role in solving global problems will only increase. This is confirmed by the growing number of countries that are genuinely interested in participating in the work of the association. In this context, we look forward to fruitful discussions at individual meetings today, with the participation of a number of like-minded BRICS countries. Distinguished colleagues, the Russian presidency is gaining momentum. About 70 events have been held, and more will be held. And we note the constructive participation of all partners. Work has begun on key Russian initiatives in the field of transportation, awareness of the contact group on climate and sustainable development, nuclear medicine working group, medical association. We are actively working to implement the decisions of last year's Johannesburg summit, especially to improve the international monetary and financial system, and to develop a platform for settlement of mutual trade in national currencies. In accordance with the instructions of the leaders at the Johannesburg summit, we pay special attention to the agreement on the establishment of a group of partner countries. Our agenda is broad. It has problems that will have a direct impact. for the future world order, for the formation of its just basis. The capital of the Volga Federal District and Nizhny Novgorod Oblast, which actively cooperates with the People's Republic of China, including the implementation of a well-known project and a very useful project on the Volga River of the Yangtze River. We met them, and we met the most recent uprising. They exchanged impressions of the outcome of the Russia-China summit held in May. Our presidents have set the main direction of progress. To further strategic reciprocity. The comprehensive partnership between Russia, the People's Republic of China, and US has a special responsibility to pay attention to foreign policy coordination, especially its Security Council. In multilateral forums such as BRICS, SCO, G20, APEC, our line with Chinese friends has been increasingly positively evaluated by most countries in the world. The circle of like-minded people is growing steadily. The number of people willing to cooperate with the BRICS SCO is increasing by one. After the BRICS ministerial meeting, we will discuss these trends and outline the path needed for the further development of the association, which we will recommend to our leaders at the Kazan summit in October this year. Welcome again.
Требуются для дальнейшего развития этого объединения и которые мы будем рекомендовать нашим главам на саммите в Казани в октябре этого года. Еще раз добро пожаловать.
My dear friend, it's a pleasure to meet you. Indeed, Nizhny Novgorod is a beautiful city. This reflects Russia's achievements in national construction. I totally share your app. Present. He paid a successful state visit to China. Our task is to achieve this level of equality at the highest level. If we follow the strategic guidance of promoting multifaceted cooperation, the strategic choice of the Belt and Road, and strengthen our relationship are based on taking into account the fundamental interests of each country, which conforms to the natural trend of world development and the introduction of the times. It is not aimed at any three countries, nor is it subject to external interference. We are ready with Russian tourists. Maintaining the principle of guardianship proposed by the representatives is to establish strategic determination, tap the potential of cooperation, resist external pressure, and ensure the long-term sustainable development of this third-party relationship. It is indeed important for us to strengthen coordination among multilateral structures. In order to protect our legitimate interests, at the same time, this is done to count it. The common interests of developing countries. Soon we will meet within the framework of the BRICS. This path from lay a solid foundation for the first summit after BRICS expansion. Russia holds the rotating presidency. It has done a great deal of work to successfully launch cooperation within the framework of the expansion. On the contrary, we will explain all the work on our own. We will continue to work hard to promote cooperation within the framework of the press. We believe that the Prince. This is to strengthen the cooperation of emerging markets in developing countries and strengthen solidarity. Expanding the project will play an increasingly important role in building a more just and reasonable global governance system. Kotowa jointly strengthen strategic partnership within the framework of the order to promote independence. Global South. We will uphold multilateralism and common development. We are willing to ensure the successful start of BRICS cooperation under the Russian presidency. Talia Kotov will exchange views with Swami on the upcoming vitamin issues of concern. The host country is willing to listen to your views.